Khan. Shalom, Israel.
Khan. Shalom, family.
Shalom. It's Brother Officer Yaden, got the mighty brother Jehu.
Khan.
We here real quick, flowing in the spirit, man, just
Right.
to check on y'all, man. We here to check on the children of Israel because we love y'all, man.
Khan.
And basically gonna go a little not too deep, but a little bit into the feast of Purim and the destruction of Nicanor, right?
Right.
These are feast days, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get this precept real quick, because some brothers want to say, "Oh, the law's done away with," and all these things, right?
Mm.
So I get the book of Baruch. Let's see, get the book of Baruch. Let's start off with a quick precept, man.
Khan. I got you, King.
Um, let's see. King James. Con. Okay, let me put this up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you can see this.
Khan. While the brother pulling it up, man, it's on the brother's spirit, man. All praises to the Most High for the young gun, man. You know what I mean? All praises to the Most High for the young lion, Officer Yadon, to have the spirit to say, hey, let's check on the people and remind them of these high holy days, these feast days, excuse me. Because not all of them are high holy days, but they are to commemorate, the lives that were lost and the things that were done, in the name of liberty for our people, man. You know what I mean? And walking in the laws of our God. These things aren't something that should just be overlooked. We have to get back into the spirit, because we do have one of the biggest high holy days ever given on the planet is Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread that's coming up. So we are getting into the feast day spirits and commemorating those that came before us, that walked on this same planet as us, went through the same things or even worse, and still made it out. And they got a memorial. We're going to celebrate that, man. We're not going to forget it. So all praise to the Most High.
That's the beautiful thing of it. That's why I pulled this precept out real quick. If you can you read that for me?
Without a doubt. Khan, this is the book of Baruch, chapter number 4, verse number 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
So these are important feast days, man. These are commandments, right? The Lord said, "You leave this, you're gonna die."
Okay.
Right? We have to keep this. We have to be steadfast in the truth. We have to be steadfast in these feast days, these new moons, right? These law, statutes, and commandments, so that we can have life, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get another precept. I'm gonna go to the book of. Let's start where in Esther. Let's talk about Purim real quick, man.
Okay.
Let's educate the people a little bit on Purim.
Right.
Let's see, why is it? That's why I can't. Okay, screw it. Let's reset this thing, man. Let's go to the book of Esther, and let's go to chapter 9.
Okay.
Let's start at verse 20, I believe. I think that's what I want.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Do you wanna just read it? You got your sword on you?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, let's read it.
Okay.
The thing acting up. Go ahead, bro.
All good. Con, this is the book of Esther, chapter number 9 and verse number 20.
Hmm.
And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in the provinces of King Ahasuerus, both nigh and far, to establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar, and the 15th day of the same, yearly.
God, so we're in the month Adar, right? We got to know these things, man. We're not in the month of February, right?
Right.
We ain't worried about the damn Olympics or any of these things, man. We worried about these feast days, man. We worried about if we're doing them right, how we're doing them, when we're doing them, right? We're in the month of Adar, man. We got to know these things, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Come. As the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor.
So this is a beautiful thing. Purim is, man. We're supposed to be giving back to our people that are less fortunate, man. We have our brothers out here that are sleeping on the streets. They're bugged out. They got drugs, man. No jobs. Who's going to help them? We know damn well the white man ain't going to help them, man. They're the ones sending those drugs out there. They're the ones that's keeping them out there, making sure they don't get jobs, man.
Right.
So we have to be the ones to step up and introduce them to this word and to this truth, and to show them that they're God's chosen people, man, and that they have their own feast days. They don't have to do Valentine's Day.
Right.
They don't have to. They don't have to go sit at home, watch the Olympics, get drunk all damn day, and do nothing, man.
Right.
They can come and celebrate these beautiful feast days, get in the scriptures, man, and celebrate, man. Because the Jews, as the brother was just reading, we're battling our enemies, right? And we were successful in doing so. And you know what we did? We partied, man. We celebrated. We gave all praise to the Most High Yahweh, through His mighty Son, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, man.
Right.
And we're going to continue to do so. And we want to make sure that the children of Israel that are tuning in are also doing so as well. And that y'all are staying steadfast and getting prepped for this, man. Because this is only, what, two or 3 days from now?
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. We got to be ready for these things, man. You got to prep your spirit and be steadfast in the scriptures, man.
Right.
So, yeah. You got anything to add on that?
Absolutely, yeah. I want to point the attention to chapter 8, verse 17, right? Actually, I started 15. Chapter 8 and verse 15. Now, this is when Mordecai, the Jew, he was like close. He was like the king's chamberlain, and his niece or cousin Esther was the king's wife. And so there was a plot against all the Jews, which we know the Negroes in here, North America, some of us in South America, you know, and we're actually scattered all around, but majority of us, you know, a lot of us, a good portion of us are in North America, the United States, and they call us Negroes. We're the Jews. When we were in, Persia, that's modern day, I want to say Iran. And we were in this captivity, like the brothers bringing out. There was an Edomite, which we know who the Edomites are. That's the modern day, the so-called white man. That's Edomite hated the Jews because it was an eternal hatred from, you know, when they were born from the womb. They were made like in Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25. You read about it. But long story short, there was an Edomite that was our adversary, right? And so Mordecai and Esther came together to save their people, our people, the Jews. And so this is basically, that is what Purim is about, is celebrating the Lord favoring us over our enemies and allowing us to overcome our enemies, right? And I'm going to start at verse 15. Okay. And Mordecai went out from the presence of the king in royal apparel of blue and white, and with a great crown of gold, and with garment of fine linen and purple. And the city of Shushan rejoiced and was glad. The Jews had light and gladness and joy and honor. And in every province and in every city wheresoever the king's commandment and his decree came, the Jews had joy and gladness, a feast and a good day. And many of the people of the land became Jews. People of the land became Jews or Judaized, for fear of the Jews fell upon them, right? So I wanted to go there because a lot of your so-called apologists and people will go there and say, hey, anybody can be a Jew. You can just, start keeping the customs and become a Jew. But they like to go to, Esther 8 and 17, but they don't read about Esther 4 and verse number 3, when Haman the Edomite said that he made a decree that they were going to kill all the Jews in the province, in the area. So this is what happened. Esther 4 and verse 3. And in every province, wheresoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So this is when we first heard about the plot to kill all the Jews, and we were all afraid. We were destroyed. We were mourning, fasting and wailing. But notice, only the Jews are here in this terrible time right now. The people that became Jews or Judaized in chapter 8, because they were afraid, they just jumped on the bandwagon. Nobody likes a bandwagon jumper. You know what I mean? Right. Because you're just trying to duck and dive. You're in the middle. Right. In the book of Revelation, the Lord said, I don't like he don't, roughly paraphrasing, he don't like the people that are lukewarm. He's going to spew you out. Right? He's going to spew you out. And so, it's crazy how people can say, hey, we can do this. We can jump on. We can be a part of you guys. But you didn't go through the pain and the suffering. You didn't go through all that we went through. Now you get to take part in the spoils. That ain't right.
Man, I'm glad you brought that out, because a lot of your so-called Christian apologists love to bring that out and say, hey, man, we can change it to Jews now. But can I get a precept? Can you get me, I think you already know what I want. And can a leopard change his spots? Yeah. Because, and they also use that in Romans with the grafting in. We can be grafted in now. We're part of you guys now. They're trying to cleave, like Isaiah 14 says, man. But you can't change who you are. Right? You got
this. And I think I said Isaiah. I believe it is in Jeremiah. Where is that? Hey, and Salakia, y'all. You know what I mean? Been running around. Here we go. Been running around all day, so kind of, it's almost like I've been spinning in the circle, and then I stop. I got to be able to catch my, balance my equilibrium off a little bit. But all praise to the Most High. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter number 13 and verse number 23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may you also do good that are accustomed to do evil."
So Esau can't change who he is, man. He can't wake up one day and say, I'm a Jew now. I'm gonna follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Well, hold on. Solomon says that the laws, statutes, and commandments were only given to Jacob.
That's right.
So how could he follow something that was never given to him? It's not making sense. It's not adding up, man. So Esau can't partake in this right here, man. This is a feast day for the Israelites, man. The so-called Blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics of indigenous descent. Right? This is only for us, man. We're the ones that got to go out here and take care of our people, man. We can only take care of ourselves, man.
That's right.
Esau ain't going to do it for us. Moab ain't going to reach his hand in and try to help us. They never helped us before. So why would we start now? Right?
That's a good point, King. And most of these feast days, like even the ones that we're going to bring up, Nicanor, Purim, this is all about, even Passover. It's all about the death of our enemies. People don't understand how the Lord and how we understood the Lord. We celebrated the death of our enemies, right? That's what we did. So having enemies celebrate the death of the enemies it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's just weird. You know what I mean? So we are going to do what our forefathers did and rehearse these righteous acts, and that's why we're keeping up with it. We were being freed from them. My bad.
No, you good? Can I get the book of Sirach? You get 44 in verse 1.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter number 44 and verse number 1, and it reads, O death, how bitter is the remembrance of you to a man that liveth in rest in his possessions, unto the man that hath nothing to vex him, and that hath prosperity in all things.
Salakia,
Yea,
are you reading 44 verse 1?
Salakia, I'm reading 41. I apologize. Salakia.
Oh, you good. You
Salakia. This is the book of Sirach. I told you I'm tired. Salakia. Man, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 44, verse number 1. Come.
Yeah.
Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us.
So the Maccabees are famous men, right? These are men that took down Nicanor, man, struck him down, got rid of him because he decided he wanted to play big and bad. He wanted to talk crap about our God and thought he was going to get away with it, man. It don't work like that, man. You got him up out of here, and now the Lord say, you know what? We're going to celebrate this day, man. Right. And brothers can't wait for that. Brothers can't wait to go out on the Shabbat night and say, Kwam Yasharallah, man.
Right.
Death to Babylon, man. Right. Death to Nicanor in his generation, man.
You
got anything you want to add on that?
Nah, I'm keeping more. I'm with you.
You get Sirach. Can I get 2 in verse 1?
The book of Sirach, chapter number 2, and verse number 1. My son, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Set your heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that you may be increased at your last end.
So Lucky, this is basically going into preparing your soul for temptation, man. Right. Once you're coming and you're ready to actually celebrate these feast days, you got to be ready for temptation. There's going to be your job calling you, hey, can you come in on this Saturday, man? We need you. There's going to be that old ex that want to come and call you. Whatever it is, man, there's going to be temptation no matter what, no matter who you are. If you're a chosen child of God, there's going to be temptation, man. Especially in these times that we're in right now, man. We got, like the brother said, we got the Passover. That's a super high holy day right there. That's our new year. Right? Brothers got to be ready for the temptation that's gonna come before that. If you don't think anything's gonna tempt you before that, hey man, you off. You need to focus, man. Get ready. You got anything on that?
That's a great point, King. A lot of us think we just going to tiptoe through the tulips, and it's just going to be a safe and Nah, man. The Most High, He takes us through these things. He takes us through certain things so that we can have experience. And experience, all of that is building faith, and trusting in the Most High. Matter of fact, I did want to, I think it is, let me see, 1 Peter 4 and 1. Let me get a precept on that real quick, God. Let me see. Let's see. Where is First Peter? I'm gonna get First Peter. There it is. 1 Peter 4 and verse number 1. It says, "For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin." That's going into telling you, you know what I mean? When you stop sinning, that's when you're really suffering. Because you got to put your body under subjection. You got to say, no, I know I'm used to doing this, but nah, I ain't doing that no more. Nah, I know I want to do this, and my body's used to do it, but no, we ain't doing that. And it's like putting yourself on a punishment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ever been told to go sit in your room? Everybody outside playing, you got to sit in the room, man. You're telling yourself like, yeah, I want to go to the club, but nah. I'm sitting and read these precepts and remember, you know what I mean? Right. And meditate on His word. You're putting your body under subjection, right? And that's what it is, preparing yourself for temptation, because you're not gonna be able to do what you want to do. So that's just going into the same precept that Sirach that you had right there, God.
That was a good precept, and that's kind of going into Day of Atonement as well. trying to not feed the flesh, man.
Yeah.
Trying to put away those things that you usually do, right, in order to serve the Lord, man.
Another mighty high holy day, man. 3 of them that we supposed to keep. Those are those are 2 of them, along with tabernacles that we have to keep.
Yeah. You got anything else?
No.
Okay. Can I get the book of 1 Corinthians 15 and 56?
Come. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter number 15 and verse number 56. O death, where is your sting? O grave, where is your victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to the Most High, which give us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Keep on going.
Can you jump down to 58? Sorry.
Therefore, my beloved brethren, be you steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
So what we're doing right now it's not in vain, man. We're praising the Lord when we're doing this, man.
That's right.
We ain't doing it for no reason, right? This Paul speaking, man. He told us to stay steadfast, man. To have these, we should have these marked on our calendar. We got Purim right here, destruction of Nicanor. We got Passover. We should be having our garments ready, right? Lamb ordered, houses ready, whatever it is, man. We should be steadfast in this thing, man. Right. We should wake up thinking about this thing, man, and how we're gonna do it.
Right? Preparation, man. You know what I mean? And that's what makes us, the Lord said he's coming for a spotless bride. He's coming as a thief in the night as well. Mm-hmm. So you have to be prepared. You got to always be prepared. And that's just training yourself to think forward. Sometimes I stumble with that. You get so caught up in this regular life that you can only see right now what's going on this week. But you got to foresee the things that are coming, the seasons. You got to know the times. The Lord, he expects us to know the times,
Do you have anything on that on Purim? That's all I had for that.
That's it. Just making sure that we are commemorating those that risk their lives for us, man. It's a mighty thing to be in this truth and to understand what's going on. And then it's another thing to go even further and celebrate and put these things into your lives, and make them a part of your everyday life.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and real quick, we can get a couple precepts on destruction of Nicanor. And definitely want to know who is Nicanor. Why are we celebrating his destruction? Right, we got to know these things. So, you got any precepts?
Let me bring it up. Nicanor. Nicanor. Okay. I can just get the story, but let's see. Yeah, we can. It's First Maccabees 7. I don't necessarily want to read the whole thing, but I can kind of touch on a few points if you like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we're reading in the book of Maccabees. Maccabees, that's a family of Jews that were adverse to the Greeks' way and customs of life. The Greeks came, surrounded the Israelites, and they wanted to make the Israelites become Greeks. They made them take on these Greekish customs and fashions. They wanted them to forget their laws. Matter of fact, can you give me second? First Maccabees chapter 1, verse number 41 through 44, Bible Shah.
It's First Maccabees 1 in verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Let me keep going.
Oh yeah, keep on up to 44.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion
Mm.
and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
Yeah, so the king wanted this Edomite wanted everybody to he already conquered us, and he won in all the lands, right? And he made us, or wanted us to become like them. Everybody to be one people, forget your laws, join their religion is what it said, right? His law
Yep.
was a religion. And so there's a family of devout Jews. I believe they were from the tribe of Benjamin. No, they were from the tribe of Levi, Salakia, tribe of Levi, because they were priests.
Okay.
And so the Maccabees, a family of brothers and others that helped them out, but they wanted to keep the laws of their God and their father, and they did not, or they rebelled against the king's commandment. So that's what we're going to pick up at. There's a war between these devout Jews that want to keep the laws that were given to us and die for them, and then the Jews that follow the customs of the Greeks and these Greeks. So I'm gonna start at First Maccabees 7 and verse number 26. Actually, I'll start at verse 23. Now, when Judas who was one of the Jews, the Maccabees. Now, when Judas saw all the mischief that Alcimus and his company had done among the Israelites, even above the heathen, he went out into all the coasts of Judea round about, and took vengeance of them that had revolted from him, so that they durst no more go forth into the country. On the other side, when Alcimus saw that Judas and his company had gotten the upper hand, and knew that he was not able to abide their force, he went again to the king and said all the worst of them that he could. Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honorable princes, a man that bare deadly hate unto Israel, the commandment to destroy the people. So Nicanor came to Jerusalem with a great force, and sent unto Judas and his brethren deceitfully with friendly words, saying, Let there be no battle between me and you. I will come with a few men, that I may see you in peace. He came therefore to Judas, and they saluted one another peaceably. Howbeit, the enemies were prepared to take away Judas by violence. Which thing after it was known to Judas, to wit, that he came unto him with deceit, he was sore afraid of him, and would see his face no more. So Nicanor understood that Judas wasn't no dummy. And so Nicanor's plan had got, exposed to Judas, and now Nicanor like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So verse 31. Nicanor also, when he saw that his counsel was discovered, went out to fight against Judas beside Capsarlum, where there were slain of Nicanor's side about 5,000 men, and the rest fled into the city of David. After this went Nicanor up to Mount Zion, and there came out of the sanctuary certain of the priests and certain of the elders of the people, to salute him peaceably, and to show him the burnt sacrifice that was offered for the king. But he mocked them. These are these people that think that, hey, this white man, this heathen, he'll be all right if he just, calms down and says that he wants to be cool with us, this, that, and the third. That's what these priests are doing. They're coming out. This is the enemy now. They're coming out to him thinking it's going to be peace and inviting him in, and they're going to do a sacrifice for him, all this type of stuff. Let's see what Nicanor does. But he mocked them and laughed at them and abused them shamefully, and spake proudly, and sware in his wrath, saying, Unless Judas and his host be now delivered into my hands, if ever I come again in safety, I will burn up this house. And with that he went out in a great rage. Then the priests entered in and stood before the altar in the temple, weeping and saying, You, O Lord, did choose this house to be called by your name, and to be a house of prayer and petition for your people. Be avenged of this man and his host, and let them fall by the sword. Remember their blasphemies, and suffer them not to continue any longer. So Nicanor went out of Jerusalem and pitched his tent in Beth-horon, where an host of Syria met him. But Judas pitched in Adasa with 3,000 men, and there he prayed, saying, O Lord, when they that were sent from the king of the Assyrians blasphemed, your angel went out and smote 5,000 of them. Even so, destroy you this host before this day, that the rest may know that he have spoken blasphemously against your sanctuary, and judge you him according to his wickedness. So the 13th day of the month, Adar, the host joined battle, but Nicanor's host was discomfited, and he himself was first slain in the battle. How you the captain going out the battle and you the first one to get killed? Checkmate. You know what I mean? Just a little more, and I'm rest, King. Verse 44. Now, when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, they cast away their weapons and fled. Then they pursued after them a day's journey from Adasa unto Gazera, sounding an alarm after them with their trumpets. Whereupon they came forth out of all the towns of Judea round about, and closed them in, so that they, turning back upon them that pursued them, were all slain with the sword, and not one of them was left. Afterward they took the spoil and the prey, and smote off Nicanor's head and his right hand, which he stretched out so proudly, and brought them away, and hanged them up toward Jerusalem. For this cause the people rejoiced greatly, and they kept that day with a great gladness. Moreover, they ordained to keep yearly this day, being the 13th of Adar. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That's exactly why we celebrate this feast day, man. Because it is the destruction of the so-called white man.
That's right.
Nicanor, man. He really thought he could just come and blaspheme the name of the Lord and get away with it, man. They set off with his head, man. Cut his hands off, fingers off. He was dismembered, man. And the people, the Jews, we celebrating, man. And that's what we're out here to do now. We're out here to get everybody in that spirit of celebration. Right? We should be having get together, right? The Bible tells us to fellowship with our brothers, man. We should be fellowshipping about this right here, man. Get to the scriptures, reading it. It's celebrating the destruction of our enemy, man. And I got a precept for that. I believe it's Ecclesiastes 2:25.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter number 2, and you said 25?
24.
2 and 24. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw, that it was from the hand of the Most High.
So we should be sitting, we should fellowship, get our food, get our drinks on, man. Turn that righteous music up. Right. We should be celebrating this day, man. It's a beautiful thing in the sight of the Lord, man.
Absolutely, King. Just to let people know that to let the Most High know that we're grateful. We're grateful. We're thankful. Because he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to turn these things around for us. He didn't have to leave this memorial for us to go by and to understand that there is a victory in the Lord. It's not always doom and gloom when you're dealing with the Lord. It's not always that we got to go around downtrodden. The Bible says, even in Ecclesiastes, there's a time for paraphrasing. There's a time to be glad and there's a time to be sad. There's a time to love and a time to hate. There's different seasons for everything. We don't always have to be doom and gloom. Hey, it's time to celebrate. It's time to turn up. Yeah. It's time to turn up right now. You know what I mean? We got, like we said, Nicanor coming up. We got Purim. We got Passover. We got unleavened bread. We got first fruits. We got all of this. Hey, man, This is an exciting time of the year for us, especially for us, man. The gods of the earth, the sons of Jacob, man. You know what I mean? We here to like you said, we turn up, man. We ready to turn up, man. We know how to turn up. Trust me, we did it so much on the left hand side, man. Hey, on the right hand side, how much more?
God. Yeah, man. Jake know how to turn up, man.
Yeah.
Especially for the Lord, man.
Right.
Which is what we should be getting ready to do. Right? Can I get Sirach 14 and hold on, let me make sure that's right. Slocky. Is that what I want? Yeah, 14:14.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter number 14 and verse number 14. Defraud not yourself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass you. Excuse me. Let me read that again. Defraud not yourself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass you.
Calm. Don't get into a spirit of mourning and sadness, man. Why we got to celebrate this, man? I got work tomorrow, man. I got to do this. I got to go cut the grass. Hey, man, get rid of that, man. We here to celebrate, right? Don't let the enemy get into your mind and distract you from what really needs to be taken forward, man. Don't let them get into your head thinking, man, you need to worry about your bills, man. You don't need to worry about nicanor. You don't need to worry about Purim. Don't let the enemy do that, man. Right? And real quick, just a precept to go along with that. Can you get 1 Peter 5 and 8? Because like we were going into it before, man, the enemy's going to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's 2 days. He's probably planning it right now.
Yeah.
How they gonna try to seep into your mind, whether it's through an old friend, whether it's through your relatives, your boss, whoever it is, man. The enemy is gonna try his hardest.
That's the thing, man. The enemy, like we talking about, we doing the work of the Lord. We got to be steadfast in it. The enemy is steadfast in his job, and the enemy don't take no breaks. The enemy always doing what the enemy. We can't even fault him. That's what the enemy supposed to do.
Yep.
But if we on our game, if we're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, the faith in the Mashiach Yahushai, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, we're living holy, we're doing what we're supposed to do, nothing that the enemy does can touch us. We're in the secret place of the Most High. We're abiding in the shadow of the Almighty. So you said, you said 1 Peter 5 and 8?
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter number 5 and verse number 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
That's just what we was talking about, man. That adversary right there is a so-called white man. He's sitting there in his house right now wondering, hey, man, I know Officer Yaden he gonna do that Feast of Purim, man. I'm gonna call him in exact on that day, man.
Right.
As soon as he's about to do that feast, hey, we need you. We need you to clock in.
Yeah.
They're planning these things. They know who we are and they know what we do. They know our feast days, right? You really think they're gonna sit back and let you celebrate the destruction of their ancestors? And they ain't gonna do nothing about it? We gotta prepare ourselves for these things, man.
Yeah. And that's a good point, King, is that, not to switch this thing to the enemy, but the enemy has an arm on earth. And it is a so-called white man. He's his number one tool and number one utensil on earth is the so-called white man. That works for Satan. That is, a child of Satan. The Bible says. The scripture says. Let me see. This is 1 John, chapter number 3 and verse number 9. It says, "Whosoever is born of the Most High do not commit sin. For his seed remain in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of the Most High." Verse 10 is the point. It says, "In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, or not of the Most High, neither he that loved not his brother." So we know the biggest hatred in the world is Esau against Jacob.
Come.
There was a righteous family. You had Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Esau, right? Righteous family. Esau messed up. Jacob capitalized. Now Esau professed with his mouth, I'm going to kill you when my daddy dies. That's a hatred towards your brother. The Bible says the children of the devil are known because of their hatred for their brethren, for their brother. We were brothers to them. You know what I mean? We were brothers to them. And even, not going to go into all of that, history and everything, but time after time, we let our guards down as the Moors. We come and teach them how to do mathematics, how to clean themselves, how to plant, how to grow, how to think, you know what I mean? How to live, how to survive. You know what I mean? We make them walk upright. We do all of these favors for them, and they stab us in the back. Come over here to our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters. They take the land from them. They got their high holy days, Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day, all of that type of stuff, commemorating when they've overcome us, 4th of July and all that type of stuff. We were always on the bottom of all that stuff, man, especially Thanksgiving, So they got theirs. We're supposed to celebrate ours. But like I said, like the scripture says, the children of the devil are made manifest by what they do and what they don't do. They're not keeping the commandments. You're a child of the devil. You got hatred towards your brother. You're a child of the devil. You know what I mean? And they are the ultimate child of the devil, the arm of the Lord. So their job is to deter us from coming back to our identity. Keeping the high holy days, keeping these feasts, and keeping up with it. I got one precept, God. He give me Sirach 39:1. Keeping these feasts, the high holy days, meditating on this stuff. This is how you come back. This is how you put on that full armor. You know what I mean? This is how you combat the wiles of the devil and these enemies, man. Staying in the spirit.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof,
right,
will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
That's just going into us keeping the laws, meditating on this word, right? And the things that have been passed down to us, the mysteries, the understanding, the spirit that has been given to us freely. And it's a precious spirit too. That spirit don't just go out to anybody. You can't get the spirit to keep these high holy days, to want to come on here, forget about what you had going on, to just think about in the middle of the day, hey, the feast days is coming up, man. Let's get on it. That's a spirit, and it's a precious spirit. You can't just will it and force it. You know what I mean? Because it's so much that this world is going to distract you from. You got to be in the spirit to even want to do this. And I applaud you, Officer Yaden. You know what I mean? I applaud you, God, because that's a mighty thing to do, to say, hey, let me round the brothers up, man. Let me see who wants to get on here, man, and you know what I mean, and feed the sheep. Remind our brothers it's imperative. Ain't we trying to get up out of here?
Right.
You know what I mean? We what y'all doing, man? We supposed to be doing this. In other words, It convicted me, like, bro, yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what we need, man. All praise to the Most High. We got to be occupied in this and occupied in the prophecies as well. It's part of prophecy for us to come back to who we are and to keep these high holy days. That's a part of ushering in the Messiah. He's coming for a bride, and we got to be doing what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Keeping these feast days, high holy days, coming back to who we are, as it reads in Ezekiel 37. You got it, God.
Yeah, that was a beautiful point, man. And a brother like me, man, I've had so many other Israelite brothers and sisters tell me straight to my face, you are the next generation, right? This torch is going to be passed down, and I got to be ready for something like that, man.
That's right.
Moses passed the torch down to Joshua, man. He was ready. He took down kings, man. You got to be ready for this thing, man. We got to reach out to the youth now. They are the future, right? And that's the whole reason I wanted to come on here, to try to encourage brothers, right? I know we a little tired right now. We may have not done it perfectly, but we on here. We here to we stopped what we was doing, man. Brothers was about to go to sleep, man. Get some food, watch some TV, whatever it is. But we stopped all that to come on here and at least try to edify the children of Israel, man, that are scattered abroad.
That's right. That's right.
So I got one last precept. Can I get Titus 9, 1 and 9? So I
can. Absolutely. Titus. This is the book of Titus, chapter number 1 and verse number 9. Holding fast the faithful word as he have been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
So in these last days, man, we're going to have people like this. We're going to have, matter of fact, we do have people like this right now.
Right.
Brothers that are, there's probably brothers that are sitting back, they don't really care about these feast days, man. They're starting to forget it. They're starting to lose that flame inside, man. And that's why we're on here to encourage you, man. Don't let that flame go out, man.
Right.
Come back to the Lord, man. Have that flame fired, man. Get around brothers so you can be steadfast in this thing, man. A good brother lets his brother know that he's falling off. He's slipping. Right. That's what a good brother's supposed to do. And that's what we're trying to be, man. We're trying to be good brothers. We're trying to come out here and encourage you, man. Reach out to us, whatever it is, man. Because our sole purpose is to be out here and to do the work for the Most High Power Yahweh, right, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and to reach 12 tribes of the children of Israel that are scattered abroad, man.
Right.
That's our whole duty, man.
And one thing I wanted to say on that, King, is you're right. We got some deceivers and vain talkers. They're saying, hey, man, these guys, they're putting their heritage because they're Israelites, and they're just, exalting that and doing this, that, and that. But, normally I'll be like, well, it ain't just about being and it's not just about being an Israelite.
Okay.
But daggone, there's 95% of the Lord chose you.
Con.
Not only does that come with great responsibility, but great, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, he chose you. Like, I can't be happy because the Lord said, hey, I want you. Yes, I'm excited about that. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to lay it aside to just be like, well, I don't, that's not really that much. No, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal that my daddy is the Most High God. And these people that left this message, that died for this message to get to us, you know what I mean? They left all of this too, and I'm coming back to it. Yes, that's important. It's very important. Like the brother said, we can't just scoff at this stuff, man. It is exciting, man. The greatest thing that I have is my heritage because it connects me with the Most High. I mean, directly. I don't have to steal somebody's identity with that supersessionism saying that, oh, well, I'm going to replace the children of Israel because, Paul said or something like that. And I'm totally off. No, I am a direct descendant in the people who he chose. We are. And that's a mighty, mighty, mighty thing, man. You know what I mean? It's a mighty thing. Yes, I am a child of the Most High. I'm so excited about that. That's the biggest thing in the world to me. It's a beautiful thing, King. So when you have the understanding that the Most High chose you and all of this belongs to you, and it's not necessarily for everybody or anybody, then, but if you think, oh, well, anybody can just tag along and jump in and out whenever they want, then it doesn't, the heritage doesn't mean anything to you. And therefore you're making, and everything that's gone, these people giving their lives, the Messiah giving his life, all of that is done in vain. So we're here to keep these commandments, keep the heritage, and yes, put some, I don't even want to use the word pride, but some gratefulness into what the Lord has done for us, man.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing, man, what you're going into. It's a beautiful thing to know who you are, man.
Yeah.
We didn't know who we were before this truth, man. We called ourselves African American. Two different places, man.
Yeah.
We called ourselves black. We didn't have no heritage before this. And for the Most High to reveal that to us, man, you're damn right I'm happy, man.
Man.
I'm happy to know that I have a responsibility, man, and that I can make it into the kingdom.
Yeah.
Right? Christianity told you can do whatever you want, you make it into the kingdom. Where's the boundary at?
Right.
What are we judging off of, man? Because they say it's not according to works. It's just according to how much you believe, man. Just your faith.
Mm.
We know the Bible says faith without works is dead, man.
Right.
So we got to keep works, man. We got to keep works and faith, man. Right. Keeping your works is showing your faith, man. Right? So it's a beautiful thing to know who we are and to know that we got that the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna be celebrating that too on destruction of nicanor, man. Right. We're gonna be eating and drinking and celebrating that we're Israelites, man.
That's right.
That the Lord chose us, and that our mighty forefathers took down nicanor, man. And that they were in the book of Esther, that they were given back to the people, man, and that we are able to carry that on through generation and generation, right? I want my kids to keep these feasts, man.
Right.
Kids to keep these feasts, man.
Right.
Right. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Okay. One last precept, God. One last precept for me. This is Acts 18 in verse number 21. It says, "But bade them farewell, saying, this is Paul, right? I started 18. Acts 18 and 18. And Paul, after he stayed there yet a good while, and then took his leave of the brethren, and sailed thence into Syria, and with him Priscilla and Aquila, having shorn his head in Centria, for he had a vow. And he came to Ephesus, and left them there. But he himself entered into the synagogue, and reasoned with the Jews. When they desired him to stay longer with them, he consented not, but bade them farewell, saying, I must by all means keep the feast." Paul, your brother Paul, you know what I mean? Especially for you Christians, Paul said, "Hey man, I don't care what's going on, but I got to keep the feast." Hey, that's the spirit we got to be in, y'all.
That was a beautiful precept, man. So that was what our whole purpose for tonight. You know, we weren't going to go too deep into this. It was more of a reminder, right? More of that's why I put a vibe check, man. It's more like a spirit check, man.
Right.
What spirit are you in right now, right? Are you tuning in? Are you getting your precepts down? Or you got your calendar ready? You got it marked, the days marked, right? Got your food prepared, right? You're calling off work, whatever it is, man. We got to get into the spirit of celebration, man, for the Most High Power.
Right.
And that was our whole purpose for tonight, man. As a check on the children of Israel, man. Make sure y'all are doing okay, and make sure y'all are staying steadfast in the truth, man. In these feast days, and getting ready to celebrate, man.
Right. Hey, do you mind if I'm gonna give out the days of the feast days? I couldn't get them up on the screen. Because I'm not that great, not tech savvy, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. But nevertheless, since I can't get it up, I will just mention, though, them, the dates. So, destruction of Nicanor, which we read about in the Maccabees, it is February 28th, which is 2 days from now at evening. Right? February 28th at evening. So that's Saturday evening. We'll be celebrating the destruction of Nicanor. The very next evening starts Purim from the first day of that's Sunday evening, and it's the third day. So from the first through the third. So not only is Purim on March 1st. Well, excuse me. Let me not get that mixed up. Yeah, that's March 1st will be Purim. That's Sunday evening, and then first through the third. So that's like Wednesday evening. We'll be celebrating, Most High willing, and doing the things that we're supposed to do. And we suggest that, everyone else that is zealous for the law, zealous for the Lord, do the same thing.
And Most High willing, I know brothers, I was tired. So it's not a perfect live, I guess you could say, but hey, Most High willing, we can get another a full deep breakdown into these feasts on the feast day, right? Most High willing. So hopefully there was some edification that was brought forth. And hey man, stay steadfast in the truth. I should address this first, but all praises to the Most High Power Yahweh, through his mighty son by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, man. The trees of righteousness, man. You got anything to say, brother?
And nah, just all praise to the Most High, like you said, God. And it was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure and an honor. May the Most High bless the words that would come that came out today. You know what I mean, and put us back in the spirit.
Okay. Hey, man. All praise to the Most High. And with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom, God. Shalom, Maki.